Hey everyone, and welcome back to Going Deeper Encouragement. My name is Stephen Haynes, and it's really an honor to have you join us. And we're going to be looking at the Hall of Fame for Faith, the chapter on faith, and that's found in Hebrews 11. And there's some nuggets that we're going to pull out. What is faith? And we're going to go deeper into digging into this word faith. Encourage you in your area of faith. And we're going to be looking at Hebrews 11 verse 11, and it says, by faith Abraham, even though he was past age and Sarah herself was barren, was enabled to become a father because he considered him faithful who had made the promise. He had considered him faithful who had made the promise. Now, my friend, a week ago I actually spoke a little bit on this, and this is actually a follow-up. But when we ask ourselves the question, what is faith? Faith is, and we're going to be touching on a couple of these, faith is recognizing the faithfulness of God. That when we recognize that He is faithful, when we recognize that He will come through on His word, when we recognize that He is the one who fights on our behalf, when we recognize these things, then we can actually trust Him and we can believe that He will turn it around. You see, Abraham, it wasn't that he wasn't aware of the fact that he was past the age, or that he wasn't aware of his wife's situation. It's that God's word was in conflict with the reality of where he was at. Did you hear what I said? God's word was at conflict with the reality. So he's looking at it and he's saying, God's word said I'm going to have a son. The reality of where I'm at right now is that it is impossible. So what am I going to choose? Two voices. God's word or my reality? And he knew that God is more powerful than his reality. But where Abraham had come to a place of was not just recognizing God's powerfulness, but he had to come to a place of recognizing God's faithfulness. That when God says something, he will hold it. When God says this is going to occur, he will hold on to it. And he held on to the faithfulness of God. And I believe there are a lot of you watching who you need to hold on to the faithfulness of God. You've received prophetic words that you're like, God, I don't see this coming to pass. I haven't seen this happen at all in my life. And God's saying, hold on to my faithfulness. Hold on to my faithfulness. That is faith. Some of you, you're struggling financially and you're looking at your bank account and God says that He will provide, that He is Jehovah Jireh, that He will be the one who will look after you. And you're looking at those things and you're looking at your bank account and you've got these two voices. And the question mark is not can God provide? The question mark is do you believe He is faithful? Because faith is recognizing His faithfulness. For some of you, you trust Him for a spouse. And you've been trusting for years. And you're like, God, I don't know what to do anymore. I've been trying all of these things. Do you recognize He is faithful? He will come through. So my friend, lay down your opinion. Lay down those voices that tell you no. Lay down those other things that are trying to discourage you and get you to focus elsewhere. And recognize He is faithful. So thank you so much for joining. God bless you. And we will see you next time. God bless.